What's up, YouTube? It's your boy back with another one. Guys, in today's video, I want to discuss the means and ways of getting rich and why people think getting easy is the way to go and thinking it's an easy thing to do. Guys, trust me, getting rich is not easy. That is why a lot of people are not rich. That's why the majority of the world are not rich because it's not an easy journey. Trust me. I don't know it. I'm trying to get on it. But as far as I know, as far as I've experienced, as far as I see, as far as I know from experience, trying to get rich on this journey, it's damn difficult. That's what's next. Let me know what you think about this topic in the comment section below. Holla. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right? Holla. People, getting rich is a dream. Financial freedom is a dream. Being your own boss is a dream. Waking up any time of the day you feel like is a dream. Going to the gym in the middle of the day is a dream. Not having anyone to tell you what to do, when to do, how to do, whatever they want you to do, that's a dream. I mean, who wouldn't want a life of doing whatever you like, when you want, where you want, however you want, with whoever you want? That would be the ultimate dream, right? That would be life. That would be the ultimate life. That's living. That's life. And that's what people strive for, right? But the road to riches is paved with so much pain and so much heartache that it's unbelievable that a lot of people, but like some people, actually dedicate their lives to go through this just to get to that promised land. Now, here's the trick. The promised land is the end goal. We see it, we visualize it, we picture it, we can even taste it, we can even feel it. But the initial steps of going through it and then maintaining is where the key lies. And that is where most of us drop off. I mean, we can see it. Trust me. I can see myself in a mansion. I can see myself in a Range Rover. I can see myself in a Jaguar. I can see myself living on a hill, swimming pool. I see myself living in a bachelor pad with a house full of models, bottles. Oh my goodness, I can just see that hip hop rap lifestyle, man. Oh man, I can see it. But to get to it, that's the tricky part. So it's almost like this, right? Someone puts everything you ever, let's just say money. Let's just say, because everyone needs money, right? Let's just say someone puts $100 million. Even 100 million is too much. Let's just say $1 million. Let's just start with basic, right? $1 million. Now, $1 million, a million US dollars, is a life-changing money in most, if not all, African countries, right? So let's say there's a river, right? And or a lake, or a river or a lake, a wide river, wide river. And then on the other side of the bank of the river, the river's got banks most of the side, one side and the right. So the other side of the bank, they'll put $1 million for you, right? To get to that $1 million, you need to swim across to the other bank. Let's just say it's what, I don't know, 10 meters wide, I don't know, 10, 20 meters wide, 10, 20 meters wide. This river is like 10, 20 meters wide or 50 meters wide, I don't know, right? But to get to that million, it's swarming, it's teeming, it's teeming with crocodiles. So, do you want the 1 million? If you want the 1 million, you got to dive into this thing, swim across it, get the million. That's it. The money is yours. How many of us are willing to take that risk? How many of us are willing to go through that treacherous journey just to get to that $1 million? That's the $1 million question. Now, are you willing to sacrifice time, loved ones, uh, sleep, your quality time? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfort, creature comforts, comfort creatures, creature comforts, you know, to get to the million? Are you willing to wake up consistently every So, are you willing to wake up at 4 o'clock consistently every single day, Monday to Sunday at 4 a.m.? Are you willing to work out? Are you willing to get into shape? Are you willing to travel in the dark? Are you willing to travel in the rain, in the wind, in the sun? Are you willing to move in the dead of the night when everyone else is asleep or everyone else is out clubbing and enjoying? Are you willing to grind? That is what it takes to get to the top. That is what it takes to get to the bag. So, if you're not willing to do all those things, right, then it means you just dream about being rich. You don't actually want to be rich. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that work in mines that wake up at 4 a.m. There are people that work on farms that wake up at 4 a.m. and they start the day early and they go to bed late at night. And I totally get it. But you see, there's a difference between hustling for yourself and working for somebody. Because you could wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning for a boss and you get a set salary. It doesn't matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how hard you train. Doesn't matter how early you work. It doesn't matter how much overtime you push in. You still get the same salary. Now, a company, always remember one thing. A company is not there to make you rich. A company is there to provide you with a job because they need someone to fill a position that they need a service or a product provided for. They have a customer and they have a shareholder that they need to answer to. So don't look at it as if a company is your friend. Don't think because a company gives you 25 or 30,000 rand or $30,000 a month that they are the best company. They're looking out for your interests. No, no, no. You see, if your company gives you $1 million a week, whatever job that is, ask yourself the simple question: how much are they making? To them, $1 million a week is a drop in the ocean. That's why they can give you and your colleagues $1 million a week. For people that work for themselves, hustle for them, they do not wait for one source of income. They do not wait 4 weeks for what they see as a lousy income. You know, I know people that have worked 25 years, 25 years, and they woke up with a pension of $1 million. I don't know how much that is in US dollars, but I know it's like 1:17. So $1 million divided by 17, I'm thinking it's less than 100,000 US dollars. It's probably about 80,000 or 50,000 US or something to that effect. So if you look at it in that way, you worked 25 years of your life for 50,000 US dollars. You see, when you change the value of your local currency into dollars, it starts to make more sense whether this thing that you're doing is worth it or not worth it. Because at the end of the day, right? Look at it like this: you gotta measure your worth, your talent, what you're giving to what you're receiving. Now, I know that jobs are important. We need them to survive. Those are basically our starting points. For most of us, those are our starting points. And I totally understand that. There's nothing wrong with the job, guys. There is nothing wrong with the job. Most of us learn things on a job. We learn things through a job. We learn structure. We learn salaries. We learn breakdowns. We learn the way economies function. We learn taxes. We learn a whole host so that when you open your own operation, legal or illegal, that is up to you. But you have a basic understanding of how structure works. And that is simply by being in a company. Now, some illegal businesses do not need structure. It's just you arrive, I arrive, you arrive, see you when I see you. As long as that is dropped off, that is dropped off. Sure. But one thing I do know is that every business, legal or illegal, got to operate on time. You know what I mean? Time is an issue. Time is a problem. You know what I mean? It's that's one thing. So if you don't have discipline and structure, then conducting your business, whatever your business is, becomes difficult. That's what I'm saying. You need structure, you need order. So it all starts in your personal life, right? So in your personal life, if you don't have structure, you don't have order, you don't have persistence, and you don't have consistency, you will not succeed unless you're going to inherit wealth. But even if you inherit wealth, are you able to maintain it? Are you able to grow it? That's another question. You understand what I'm saying? So when I look at it, guys, a lot of us as African people, we dream of wealth. We want it. We need it. We dream about it. But do we actually go for it? It's one thing to go all out for a week, for a month, for 3 months. And then 6 months down the line, it's like, I don't think this was worth it. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I see it at the beginning of every new year. At every new year, everybody signs up for the gym because they want a new body in the coming year. The new year, new body, new thoughts, new dreams, new this, bucket list, everything's written down, you're ticking off. End of the new year, we started on a great note, hitting the gym like nobody's business. 3 months down the line, we start to 1 week, 2 days, then it's 2 days, then it's 1 week, then next time you know, hey, we have a whole year and a half to go before that contract is up. And guess what? We never go back to the gym. We just start paying it off, even though we're no longer going. And I've been a victim of this. I've been guilty. True, I am. I've been guilty of it. But the difference with me is that I was coerced by an ex-girlfriend to join a gym. I didn't need to join a gym because I was already exercising at home. I didn't see the need to go and pay for something that I can do at my own home. I have my own home gym. I did not have all the equipment, but I had the basics of what I need, and it was working just fine. But she needed a colleague. She needed a partner. So I was doing it out of love, but I didn't really need it. And now we are exes. And then I was stuck with a gym contract. And you see now that doing things for love isn't always the right thing to do. You know what I mean? And I didn't know that, yeah, you got to let the gym know that you're no longer coming so that they can stop pestering you for the monies and they can stop drawing the monies that they've been taken because you signed a 24-month contract, but 36 months down the line, they're still drawing from your money because you didn't let them know that's a scam, by the way. Germs need to be shut down based on that simple rule. Because are you telling me if I sign a 24-month contract and I don't let you know that I'm no longer coming after the 24 months, then I'm still liable to pay? Dude, I signed a 24-month contract. Where in that does it say, please let us know others? If that's the case, all the companies that I stopped working for without letting them know that I'm resigning, they still need to be paying me. But guess what? Oh, it's not in the contract, so it's not gonna work. Oh, let me guess. Okay, let me figure out something, right? The next time I drop a contract, I'll know right there. And at the bottom in fine print, oh, and I'll also need to borrow your wife for the weekends because I have a lot of parties that I throw. So yeah, that's all in the fine print. You know what I mean? And let's see if that sticks up in court. Let's see if that holds up in court. So that's a message for the germs. Get your together, guys. You cannot be a scamming business. You cannot be a scamming company. What you guys are doing is a scam. It should not be allowed. It should be illegal. It should be outlawed. In fact, you guys should be downright banned and closed. Oh, you can just give us the equipment. I mean, we could we are health freaks, gym freaks. You need equipment. Yeah. So back to the issue at hand. So guys, getting rich is not easy. So let's get into the pros of why everybody needs to have a rich mindset. Right? Holla. Okay. Number one, pro. Why we all need to have this rich mindset, right? Guys, poverty is not a good thing. Poverty is not sexy. Poverty is hard. Do you know what it is like to struggle every day just to get the basics? Do you know what it is like to struggle just to get from point A to point B because you don't have the means to? Do you know what it's like to go to bed hungry? Do you know what it's like to wake up on an empty tummy? Do you know what it's like going to work or to school not having anything to eat and watching some people enjoy their lunch and then you having to sit there and they're having to offer you and you're acting and pretending like you don't want to and yet you really need it because that might just be your only meal of the day? At some point, in your young life, when you don't have an option and you don't have the age on your side to work, if you don't have any means of earning money because you're too young, then it's not your fault. There's nothing you can do. The law doesn't allow you to work, so therefore you cannot earn. But when you're an adult and you, as a child, you never had food at school or a lunchbox to take to school. Now, as an adult, you don't have lunch to take to work, or you don't have money so that you can go buy a coffee or lunch at work. It's the same cycle repeating itself, right? So it means that you need to change something about you in your personal life. You understand what I'm saying? Now, change is not easy, but change is constant. So, for example, guys, if you really think about it, think long and hard. We are always trapped in the same cycles, right? We, I don't know why, we fear change because we get so comfortable in our surroundings, in our being. We're just so one track minded. We just programmed to be this way, and any other way will take us out of our comfort zone, and we don't want that. And that right there is the number one reason as to why we stay in our poverty cycles. We need to change that. Right? Pro of thinking like a real get rich type of a guy. Right? The pro is that it pushes you to do things you've never ever done in your life. Guys, think about it. What you've always okay. Simple thing. Simple. You've always dated girls in the hood. You've always dated girls in the township because you're from the township. Have you ever thought, well, let me date a girl in the suburbs. Let me try for a girl in the suburbs. Okay? Try that. Let's try with the small things. I've always dated black girls. How about I try for a colored girl? How about I try for an Indian girl? How about I try for a white girl? Hell, how about I try for a foreign black girl? How about I try for a foreign white girl? You know? I mean, how about I try for a Chinese girl? You know what I'm saying? You got to get yourself out of your comfort zones. Once you're out of your comfort zone, it pushes you. And that is what I'm saying. So start with the small things. You know, I've never been to a white area before. Let me go and see what it's like. I might like it, you know. And it starts there. It pushes you. It builds character. It builds courage. It builds things that you never knew that were possible in you. That's the reason why we need to push ourselves. Right. Pro number 3 of why you need to have a rich mindset. Guys, we need to think in abundance. We are always thinking from a place of lack. What if? What if? What if? I don't have. I can't. Oh my goodness. If that goes wrong, I'll be left with nothing. Oh my goodness. What would they think about me? What? No. It's mine for the taking. That's an abundance mindset. That is it. Once you have the confidence to believe that you can spend and replace and replenish and make back, guys, I'm telling you, your life will change. It may not change overnight, but your thinking is what will change. Your thinking is what will drive you to change your way of doing things. Get it? So here's the thing. You have $1 left. What you gonna do with it? I'll save it. Okay, you'll save it. Until when? What can a dollar buy you? Right? Okay. But an abundance mindset will say, like, got $1. What am I gonna do with it? Let me see. I don't know. Let me take a gamble. I don't know. Let me go and see if I can't go and, I don't know, play lotto with this. I don't know. Maybe we can throw it in a slot machine or something. You know. Let me go to the casino and see maybe I can throw in this somewhere and maybe get something out of it. You're trying something because you cannot save your way to riches. So you need to do something with that dollar other than just saving it. Saving is important. You do need a savings pot. But you cannot save every cent to get rich. It just won't happen. While you are saving, you need to take $1 or 2 or 5 or 10 and try and build on it. It may not always work, but at least you are trying. Fall off, try again. Fall off, try again. Something's got to give. Now, I'm not saying go out there and become a gambler. I'm not saying that. I'm saying take calculated risks. Holla. Guys, next we get into the cons of abundance mindsets. I don't know if there's cons to it, but hey, let's see what we have. Holla. So, the cons of having an abundance mindset. Guys, check this out. There's no con to having an abundance mindset other than overconfidence, overthinking, overdoing, overexcelling, overachieving, and overall just being an absolute winner on all levels. Now, I'm not saying you're going to win one time. No. But having an abundance mindset always puts you in the driving seat. It always puts you in the fast lane. If you think like an abundant person from a place of abundance, from a place of abundance, then you will always not think about what the worst case scenario will always be. You see, as a poor people, we always think about, hey, what if it doesn't work? Oh my goodness, if this fails, oh my goodness. An abundance mindset is like, we're going for it. Plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. There's always a plan. Never think about what's the worst case that, as long as you're not going to die. That's it. Anything else we can come out of. That's the way to think about it. What's the worst that can happen? Okay. As long as I pay my rent, got my transport money, got my food money, the family sorted. Now, the rest, I'm going to try and double on. Right? Some people go as far as gambling the transport money. In some cases, they win big. But it doesn't happen all the time. I'm not saying gamble with the money that is needed. You need to take a risk with the money that is surplus, extra. You understand what I'm saying? Guys, you need to go out there and you need to hustle with every inch of your body, of your being. You need to be a hustler. Even if you're a worker, an employee, that salary you have may be enough for now. But trust me, it's not going to be enough forever, because the rate at which prices are skyrocketing and the pace at which your increase is going, it doesn't balance up. It doesn't catch up to inflation. It just does not. That's the reality of life. You need to find something else to balance. You know what I'm saying? Inflation, salary. Inflation, salary. Inflation, salary. Right now, it's inflation, salary. Inflation, salary. Inflation, salary. Inflation, salary. Inflation. See that? It starts off like that. End up going like this. End up going like this. You cannot wait until you need to like, hey, dude, no, it's not catching up. Well, we need to do something else. So you need to bring it here until you become like Patrice Motsepe, Aliko Dangote, Robert Smith. You need to become like Jay-Z. You need to become like Rihanna. You need to become like Kanye West, where they realize that this is inflation. This is inflation. This is me. This is inflation. This is me. 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 Inflation is staying. So even when inflation is here, you are in the stratosphere already, so you don't feel it. Imagine walking into a store and you don't even look at the prices. Going to your favorite restaurant, or going to the restaurant that you couldn't even afford, and not even having to look at the price. You just eat what's on the menu. Imagine going into Louis Vuitton and going into, and you don't look at the prices. You just like what you see on the rack. You just throwing into your basket, into your bag. You just taking off the hanger. You just taking off the shelf. Guys, that's what I want for all of us, man. Imagine if it was possible. I know it's not possible for everybody, because not everybody has this mindset, and I totally get it. But to those who want to be in the same lane as we do, let us come together, think of ideas. Guys, come on. There are millions of people who are tired of being poor. They are tired of being tired of being tired of being tired. They are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being poor. So for those who feel like they are sick and tired of being poor, let us congregate online somewhere, come up with ideas, set up a group of professionals, non-professionals, hustlers, we will name it, because not everybody's meant to be in the corporate offices. There are people who are making, killing, making millions out there in the streets, blue collars, you name it. It doesn't matter your level, guys. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a shared vision. How you get there is what matters. It's not the way of getting there. Do you know what I'm saying? A blue collar worker may be as physically hardworking as a corporate worker who is mentally just as working as hard, but he looks like he's not really doing much because he's corporate. He's sitting with a suit and he's in an office typing away at this computer, and then you think he's not doing anything, but mentally it's taking a toll on him. When you look at a blue collar worker, you can see that physically this man is doing the most, and he gets home dog tired, body tired. And the corporate guy is getting home dog tired, mentally drained. Do you see the difference? Both are working hard, but in their own lanes. So it doesn't matter whether you think you're a boss up there and this one is just a blue collar worker down here. Guys, if you are struggling in your life, because some people are driving German cars, German sports cars, but guess what? They're broke. As soon as they pay the bills, the utilities, the whatever it is, that high life that they're living in the suburbs, it's all taking a toll on his salary. And you may not look it, but he is broke, just like you. So there are different levels of broke. Just because someone lives in the suburbs doesn't mean they've got money. Just because someone lives in the township or in the ghetto doesn't mean that they're poor. Always remember that. So yeah, let me know what you think about this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know we're family, right, guys? Come on now. Holla.